All right, today's best mix, Star 99.9. It's Kevin Begley. Sunday Fun Day. It is our Michael's Jewelers acoustic session with Wrabel. First of all, congrats on all the success.
Thank you very
11
much.
Blocks in the tour with Andy Grammer and Gavin DeGraw.
Yeah,
How's
thank
that
you.
been so far, that tour?
It's been surreal.
Yeah.
It's my first tour ever. It's pretty much my first time even playing with a band.
So in front of these crowds, and these crowds are big, so it must be the first time playing in front of that big of a crowd, right?
Oh, yeah. I had a little bit of it with Afrojack running around with that song 10 Feet Tall.
Yeah, 10 Feet Tall, yeah.
But it feels so different. This feels so like mine. Like I have a backdrop with my name, the map to my exes. It's all questionable. But it's been surreal to kind of feel the energy, and I'm looking around. I'm like, I'm on stage now.
And it must be neat because your song has been growing as the tour's been going.
Yeah.
So each city you must get more and more of a response.
The reaction is crazy. I keep saying it's like a tour of firsts for me.
Yeah.
And hearing, like, I'll introduce the song and I'll be like, oh, this next song, da 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 da. This is a map. It's tattooed on my arm. Make a joke about like going to therapy.
Right.
And then I'm like, it's called 11 Blocks, and people go bananas.
Bonkers.
And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Wait
sometimes the first few times it happened, I was like, you guys have heard it? Somebody's like, yes, you idiot.
Now,
I'm like, whoa.
so the song 11 Blocks, I mean, it's deeply personal. I've even had listeners say, like, I was in my car alone listening to this and, like, almost crying. Yeah. So do you feel that emotion every time you play it? Like, because now that you play it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes more than others.
Right.
It depends on where my head's at.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
my heart is feeling things.
Yeah.
But definitely, I mean, there was, for a while after we wrote it, I couldn't play without crying.
Wow.
And it's like something that, you kind of get over, and
Right.
And it's like that first big love kind of where you're like, you're the one, let's, screw the world, let's go.
But you still sort of have that connect because the lyrics and
right.
Yeah, so you still have it in your head. Yeah.
Not only like you move 11 blocks away, that's going to mess with my head. And then I write a song about it and don't really put into the equation that like, oh, if this does really well, you're going to play this for a really long time, forever, every single night. Bye.
You don't think about that when you're writing the song.
Yeah. But it's been, for me, I think, the biggest thing. Like one of my best friends I lived with in LA came to the show last night at the Orpheum in Boston.
Yeah.
And he said, it was so cool to see you up there.
Yeah. Because you wrote songs for a long time for other artists.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. And he was just saying, like, it was like we were all, my best friends call me Steve. No one is allowed to call me Steve except like my family. If you've been on a family trip, you call me Steve. And he was like, I was like looking around being like, this is a sold out crowd watching Steve like talk and play songs.
So cool.
And I was like, that to me, like, I try to just be too honest, in the songs, because for me, there's no other, I can't put anything on. I don't feel like cool or like whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So for me, it's like I just write these little stories. And
now to hear, so it's one thing to write a song for another artist, but to hear like the fans singing your own lyrics back about your life must be so cool.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I've cried on stage at least 20 times on the tour.
And people connect to that. That's that's why it's so great. Yeah.
I'll have people that come up, I'll go to merch and
about.
stuff, and they'll be crying.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is when somebody's crying. Maybe not my favorite, that's a big statement. But when somebody comes up to me like at a meet and greet after the show or something, and they're crying, and they're like, I've never heard of you. I don't know what your name is or who you are, where you came from, but this is what just happened.
Because you've moved somebody. You've
and
gone
that to me is like,
it's great.
I'm crying, they're crying, we're like hugging. There's so many pictures of like,
now,
awesome.
Your voice is unbelievable. I'm sure people tell you that all the time.
Thank you.
But as somebody who talks on the radio all the time, I'm always looking for how to keep my voice going. So do you have any secret remedies that you do for your voice? Any rituals before you perform? Or
pretty much all of the entire, both bands and Gavin and Andy are both like, what are you doing? Because I'll be out like 5 minutes before the thing, like sneaking a quick cigarette and like drinking a root beer. And they're like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm warming up.
Shouldn't you have hot tea?
But throat coat tea is great.
Okay.
Sage and lemon and honey and hot water. Sage is like for your voice. I just had a sage drop.
Oh,
that's what I was like right before the interview started. I was like, hold on, I just go put it there.
You're chewing the drop, which
I don't know if that works. As it's like cutting your throat going down.
Right.
Sage is really good.
So that's good to know. Sage.
And warming up. Claire, my guitarist, is always like, can you please warm up? And I'm like, Mom. Yes, you should warm up.
Right.
I should warm up.
Right. So what's next for Wrabel? So you have this tour with Andy and Gavin.
Yeah.
And then what's next from there?
You tell me. After this, I get back the day before Halloween.
Yep.
My last show on the tour is Vegas.
Nice.
And then, which will be fun. And then go back to LA. I have, I'm getting some tattoos on the
Fun.
31st. I don't know what I'm going to get yet, which is, I should figure that out. It's only forever. And then doing Live in the Vineyard in Napa.
Oh, yeah, that's a great event that they do out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super fun.
And then a bunch of I'm going to Canada to start promo there, Europe for 2 weeks to start
Nice.
stuff there, and then playing a bunch of holiday radio stuff.
That's
and
awesome.
Then probably hibernating from December 22nd until
Right.
whenever the next
Get recharged.
comes up on the
Yeah.
calendar. But hopefully I think another tour beginning next year.
Nice.
Something.
Well,
I want to just play shows
all the time.
now.
Yeah. Well, we're so happy for you. Congrats on
Thank
everything
you.
with 11 blocks and the
Thank
tour
you so much.
and everything. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.